Ish Saguna Niramuna Vinashi Mata Pita Raruyara Ish Saguna Niramuna Vinashi Mata Pita Raruyara Purim Hai Hamavasta Sadai Purim Hai Hamavasta Sadai Sansar Swagat Sabjan Samanya Bhakti ki swati kinar Sundhar Sumadhur Gana Hamar Ranjana Sabana Kirtamaya Wadalagawe Punyaya Sangati Santana Nimachalai Sangati Santana Nimachalai Shobhan Sabhavyavahar Swagata Sabhajana Issamanya Bhakti ki swati kinar Sundhara Sumadhura Gana Ranjana Sabhanarenar Ranjana Sabhanarenar Ranjana Sabhanarenar Go ahead and take a flower in your hand, Mom. And please stand up for me. Om Shri Padmatmani Namaha. Devotees, as we do every Sunday, I ask that you join together with me as you go ahead and clasp your hands and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, relax your spine, your neck, your shoulders, relax your head, relax your entire body. Make sure you're sitting in a very comfortable position. Clear your mind of all negative thoughts, all thoughts related to this material world. And at this time, focus on a form of Bhagwan that's most pleasing to you, one that helps you focus and one that helps you concentrate. And join together with me as we chant our opening prayers. Om Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om Hari Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnata Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Asyam Nidam Yatkincha Jagatyam Jagat Dinatyatina Bhunjetam Avrudha Kasya Swudhanam Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavaham Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahe Hari Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. We offer prayers to Prithvi Mata as we bless and sanctify the seat onto which we sit. Om Samudravasane Devi Parvatastane Mandite Vishnu Patni Namastubhyam Padisparasham Kshamasvame Om Prithvi Tvaya Dratha Loka Devi Tvam Vishnuna Dratha Tvam Shadharyamam Devi Pavitram Kuruchasanam Om Shri Prithvi Devaya Namaham. Go ahead and take your seat, Mal, and place your flower down on the altar. Go ahead and take some water in your right hand and wash your hands. Om Hasta Prakshalanam Samarpayami Govindaya Namaha. We sip water 3 times to purify the body. Om Amritopastarnamasi Swaha. Om Amrita Pidhanamasi Swaha. Om Satyam Yashaha Shrimai Shri Shrayatam Swaha. We wash our hands again. Om Apavitra Pavitravam Sarva Vashtam Gatum Pivaham. Yasmerit Pundari Kaksham Sabhayabhyam Tara Shuchiyam. Nityam Lakshmi Shrishti Sarvadam. We take water in our left hand now as we commence with Angsparish as we bless the various parts of our body. Om Wang Me Asiastu. We ask, O Lord, by thy grace, may my tongue be ever blessed with the power of speech. Om Nasora Me Pranorastu. We ask, O Lord, may my nostrils be blessed with healthy, vital air. Om Akshorame Chakshurastu. We ask, O Lord, may my eyes be blessed with the perfect power of vision. Om Kanyorame Shodamastu. We ask, O Lord, may my ears be blessed with the power of hearing. Om Bahorame Balamastu. We ask, O Lord, may my arms be blessed with strength. Om Urhodame Ojoastu. We ask, O Lord, may my legs be blessed with vitality. Om Marishtani Me Angani. Tanustanawa Me Sahasantu. We ask, O Lord, may all the other parts of my body be safe from harm, rendering them healthy and sound for life's daily work. Go ahead and take another flower in your hand. And devotees, ask that we all join together now as we chant the most powerful mantra in this universe. As we join together chanting the Gayatri. Om Agakshe Devi Akshare Brahmadini Gayatri Jagat Matade Vishwayoni Namostute. Om Swan Tatsavitura Varenyam Bhargone Vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhore Bhuvaswaha Tatsavitura Varenyam Bhargone Vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. Om Bhore Bhuvaswaha Tatsavitura Varenyam Bhargone Vasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. Hari Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Prem Se Bolo Gayatri Mata Ki Jai. Just place your flowers on this end. And go ahead and take a red flower in your hand. At this time, devotees, we join together as we offer prayers to that remover and that destroyer of all obstacles in our life. We offer prayers to Lord Ganesh. Om Shri Ganapataye Namaha. Om Jananam Bhutanganadhi Sevitam Kapita Jambu Palachara Bhakshanam Om Asutam Shoka Vinashakarakam Namami Viganeshwara Pada Pankajam. Namami Viganeshwara Pada Pankajam. Devotees, at this time, I request that we have one bhajan as we continue with our puja up front.
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा। माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा। जय गणेश देवा। जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा। माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा। जय गणेश देवा। लड्डुअन का भोग लगे संत करे सेवा। संत करे सेवा। लड्डुअन का भोग लगे संत करे सेवा। जय गणेश देवा। जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा मात जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा जय गणेश देवा। एक दंत दयावंत चार भुजाधारी चार भुजाधारी मात के सिंदूर सोहे मूस के सवारी मूस के सवारी दुखियों के दुख हरत परमानंद देवा जय गणेश देवा जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा मात जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा जय गणेश देवा। अंधन को आँख देत कोढ़ियन को काया कोढ़ियन को काया बांझन को पुत्र देत निर्धन को माया निर्धन को माया भव से पार करो नाथ भजन करो तेरा जय गणेश देवा जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा मात जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा जय गणेश देवा। जो तेरा ध्यान करो ज्ञान मिले उसको ज्ञान मिले उसको छोड़ तुझे और भला जाऊँ मैं किसको जाऊँ मैं किसको हे देवा कृपा करो कष्ट हरो मेरा जय गणेश देवा जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा मात जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा जय गणेश देवा। लड्डुअन का भोग लगे संत करे सेवा संत करे सेवा लड्डुअन का भोग लगे संत करे सेवा जय गणेश देवा जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा मात जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा जय गणेश देवा जय गणेश देवा जय गणेश देवा।
Take a red flower in your hand. Devotees, will you all join together with me as we offer our final pratana, our final praise to Lord Ganesh. Om Vakrutunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirviganam Kurumi Deva Sarvakarishu Sarvada Om Raksha Raksha Ganadaksha Rakshatrilokia Rakshakara Bhaktanam Bhayam Kartha Tradha Bhava Bhavaranavat Om Shriman Mahaganani Pate Namaham Prem se Bolo Ganesh Bhagwan Ki Jai. Place your flowers down right there in front of Lord Ganesh. Take a white flower in your hand next. Devotees, I ask that you join together with me now as we offer prayers to that mother of knowledge and learning in this universe, that mother of clarity in mind and a mother of wisdom, as we offer prayers to Saraswati Mata. Om Maha Saraswati Namaham. Om Saraswati Mahabhani Vidye Kamala Lochine Vidyarupe Vishalakshi Vidyam Dehi Namostute. Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Vadade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhiram Bhavatu Me Sada Siddhiram Bhavatu Me Sada. Om Maha Saraswati Namaham. Place your flower down in front of Mother Saraswati. You're going to take these matches and light this diya here as we offer prayers to that Mother of Light and wealth in this universe as we offer prayers for Lakshmi Mata. Om Lakshmi karotu kalyanam Arogyam jana sampada Mama shatru vinashaya Deepa jyotir namostute Om namaste astu mahamai Shri pite sarapujite Shankha chakrangara haste Mahalakshmi namostute Om namaste arurarudhe kula surabhayankari Sarva papa hare devi Mahalakshmi namostute Om sarvagye sarvavarade sarvadushna bhayankari Sarvadukha hare devi Mahalakshmi namostute Om siddhi buddhi prade devi Bhukti mukti pradayani Mantramurti sadanivi Mahalakshmi namostute Om Maryantarahte Devi Adya Shakti Maheshwari Yoghang Jayog Sambhote Mahalakshmi namostute Om Stula Sukshma Maharodre Mahashakti Mahodare Mahapapa Hare Devi Mahalakshmi namostute Om Padmasana Stite Devi Param Brahma Swarupini Parameshi Jagane Mathara Mahalakshmi Namostute Om Shwetambaradhari Devi Nana Lankar Bhushite Jagat Stite Jagane Mathara Mahalakshmi Namostute Mahalakshmi Namostute Om Mahalakshmi Namah. Place your flower in front of the diya and take a yellow flower in your hand next. And finally, devotees, we offer prayers to the Universal Mother and that destroyer of all evils in our life. We join together in offering prayers to Adi Shakti, Durga Mata. Om Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhandra Kali Kapalini Durga Kshama Shiva Dhatri Swaha Swadhana Mostute Jai Dvam Devi Chamunde Jai Bharatini Harini Jai Sarvagati Devi Kaderatri Namostute Devi Sarvamudeshu Vishnu Mayiti Shamdidha Namastasye 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 Namo Namaya Devi Sarvamudeshu Buddhi Rupena Samstitha Namastasye 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 Namo Namaya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Lakshmi Rupena Samstitha Namastasye 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 Namo Namaya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shakti Rupena Samstitha Namastasye 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 Namo Namaya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shraddha Rupena Samstitha Namastasye 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 Namo Namaya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shanti Rupena Samstitha Namastasye 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 Namo Namaya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Tushti Rupena Samstitha Namastasye 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 Namo Namah Devi Sarvabhuteshu Daya Rupena Samstitha Namastasye 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 Namo Namah. As we pray to Mother Durga, we say, O Durga Mata, Thou art the universal supporter, and we, your children, worship you in your many forms. O Ma, we see you as Buddhi, wisdom, Lakshmi, prosperity, Shakti, energy, Shraddha, faith, Shanti, peace, Tushti, contentment, and Daya, compassion. And as we pray to you, Ma, Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha, we bow to thee again and again. Devotees, we offer prayers to Mother Durga in the form of the Universal Mother, Matri Ya Devi Sarvamuteshu Matri Rupena Samstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah Dehi Saubhagyam Narogyam Dehi Me Paramam Sukham Rupam Dehi Jayam Dehi Yeshodehi Yeshojahi. Just as a quick reminder, devotees, or just want, Mahendra, is it okay? Okay. We are streaming the service via YouTube live right now. So when we're doing things in between, those microphones that are beside you, I ask that you keep those off unless you want your private conversations being streamed through the internet for the world to hear. Does that make sense? Okay. So if you're not singing or actively using the microphones other than the drumming mics, I ask that you keep those off. But at this time, I ask that we have one, maybe two bhajans dedicated to the mothers while we commence with our puja up front. Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jagadambike, Jai Jai Jagajanani Ma, Jagadambike, Jai Jai Jagajanani Ma, Kya manahaduna suhaya hai, Kya manahaduna सुहाया है वारू सब कुछ माँ चरणों पर, वारू सब कुछ माँ चरणों पर, मेरे मन को ये माया है जगदम्बिके, जय जय जगजननी माँ, जय माँ, जय माँ, जय माँ, जय माँ। हे प्रेम कुंड है, करुणामय है, और शक्ति जग जननी माँ, जय माँ, जय माँ, जय माँ। हे प्रेम कुंड है, करुणामय है, और शक्ति जग जननी माँ, तेरा वरा हस्त मेरे श्रेष्ठ हरि, तेरा वरा हस्त मेरे श्रेष्ठ हरि, पलक तेरे चरणों में आया है, पलक तेरे चरणों में आया है, जगदम्बिके, जय जय जगजननी माँ, जय माँ, जय माँ, जय माँ, जय माँ। श्री राम तू ही, श्री कृष्ण तू ही, दुर्गा काली श्री राधा तू, जय माँ, जय माँ, जय माँ। श्री राम तू ही, श्री कृष्ण तू ही, दुर्गा काली श्री राधा तू, ब्रह्मा विष्णु शिव शंकर में, ब्रह्मा विष्णु शिव शंकर में, तेरा ही तेज समाया है, तेरा ही तेज समाया है, जगदम्बिके, जय जय जगजननी माँ, जय माँ, जय माँ, जय माँ, जय माँ। माँ जो पाऊँ तुमसे पाऊँ, जो देवे उसमें हर्षाऊँ, जय माँ, जय माँ, जय माँ। माँ जो पाऊँ तुमसे पाऊँ, जो देवे उसमें हर्षाऊँ, कुछ रहे न मेरा अपनापन, कुछ रहे न मेरा अपनापन, मेरे
सर्वाचा आया है मेरे सर्वाचा आया है जगदम्बिके जय जय जगजननी माँ जगदम्बिके जय जय जगजननी माँ जय माँ जय माँ जय माँ जय माँ जय 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 जय माँ
प्रेम से बोलो सरस्वती माता की जय, प्रेम से बोलो लक्ष्मी माता की जय, प्रेम से बोलो आदि शक्ति दुर्गा माता की जय. Place your white flower, then your pink flower, and then your yellow flower. Go ahead and take a purple flower in your hand for now. And devotees, may we all join together as we offer praise to the most influential beings in our life. Those beings that dictate essentially when we wake up and when we go to sleep. The time that we're born, the temperament that we have, and the name that we're given. We offer prayers as we join together, praying to the Naumgrahadevata, or as we refer to them in English, the 9 planets. Om Naumgrahadevataya Namaham. Dharam ha murari tripura janakari bhanu shashi bhumi suto burascha guruscha shukra shanirahu ketu sarve graha shanti karam bhavantu sarve graha shanti karam
ॐ नमो भगवते सूर्याय नमः.
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 सूर्याय नमः. चन्द्रमाय नमः.
सूर्याय नमः. चन्द्रमाय नमः.
चन्द्रमाय नमः. भौमाय नमः.
चन्द्रमाय नमः. भौमाय नमः.
भौमाय नमः. बुधाय नमः.
भौमाय नमः. बुद्धाय नमः.
बुधाय नमः. बृहस्पतये नमः.
बुद्धाय नमः. बृहस्पतये नमः.
बृहस्पतये नमः. शुक्राय नमः.
बृहस्पतये नमः. शुक्राय नमः.
शुक्राय नमः. शनिश्चराय नमः.
शुक्राय नमः. शनिश्चराय नमः.
शनिश्चराय नमः. राहवे नमः.
शनिश्चराय नमः. राहवे नमः.
राहवे नमः. केतवे नमः.
राहवे नमः. केतवे नमः.
ॐ नमो भगवते सूर्याय नमः.
ॐ नमो भगवते सूर्याय नमः.
सूर्याय नमः.
भास्कराय नमः
भास्कराय नमः आदित्याय नमः
भास्कराय नमः आदित्याय नमः
ॐ नमो भगवते सूर्याय नमः ॐ नमो भगवते सूर्याय नमः ॐ नमो भगवते सूर्याय नमः ॐ नमो भगवते सूर्याय नमः.
With today being Sunday, devotees, we offer prayers to that being that exists in the form of the sun and that sustainer of all life on this planet. We offer prayers to Surya Narayan Bhagavan. Om Suryaya Namaha 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 Adideva Namastubhyam Prasiddha Mama Bhaskaram Divakara Namastubhyam Prabhakara Namostute Suryaya Namaha Suryaya Namaha Suryaya Namaha Suryaya Namaha Om Prem Saburo Naugraha Devata Ki Jai Prem Saburo Surya Narayana Bhagavan Ki Jai. Place your flower down in front of Surya Narayana Bhagavan. And go ahead and take two white and one yellow flower. Say that again. Okay, that's fine. We have enough white, right? Okay, that's fine. Devotees, at this time I ask that we join together as we offer prayers to that sustainer of all things dharmic, all things righteous in this universe. As we join together and offering prayers to the Lord Vishnu. Om Shantakaram Bhujanshayaram Dharmanabham Surisham Vishwadharam Gagana Sadrisham Megavaranam Shumharam Om Lakshmi Katam Kamalanayanam Yogi Bhira Dhyana Gamyam Vande Vishnu Bhavamaya Haram Sarvaloke Ganatam Om Sashankha Chakram Sakiretha Kundhalam Sapita Vastram Sarasiruheshanam Sahara Vakshasala Shobhikotstubha Shriyam Namami Vishnu Shirasa Chaturabhujam Namami Vishnu Shirasa Chaturabhujam. As we continue to offer our prayers, devotees, we offer obediences to the seventh incarnation of Lord Vishnu. We offer prayers to Lord Rama. Om Ramaya Ramabhandraya Ramachandraya Vidhise Raghunathaya Nathaya Sithaya Pataye Namaha. We offer praise to Mother Sita. Om Jagatat Sudha Jagajanani Janaki Atashaya Priya Karunani Dhanaki Kaki Chukapada Kamala Manao Jasu Prabhanyamala Matipa. We offer prayers to Hanuman Swami. Om Mano Javamaratatulya Vegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishnam Vatatmajaman Riyothamukyam Shri Ramadutam Sharanam Prapadhe Shri Ramadutam Sharanam Prapadhe. And finally, devotees, we offer prayers to the eighth incarnation of Lord Vishnu. We offer prayers to Bhagavan Shri Krishna. Om Hararavinde Napharavindam Mukharavinde Vinivishrayantam Vatasya Patrasya Putishrayanam Balam Kundam Manasasmaram भालं मुकुन्दं मनसा स्मरामि ॐ कृष्णवासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयति गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् ॐ वासुदेवं सुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. At this time, devotees, so we have about 2, maybe 3 bhajans dedicated to Lord Vishnu, Lord Rama, Mother Sita, Hanuman Swami, or Bhagwan Shri Krishna as we commence with our puja up front.
मोहन तुम्हारी सूरत, मोहन तुम्हारी सूरत हमको सता रही है, हमको सता रही है। मोहन तुम्हारी सूरत हमको सता रही है, हमको सता रही है। मोहन तुम्हारी सूरत ऐसी बड़ी है दिल में, भूली न जा रही है। ऐसी बड़ी है दिल में, भूली न जा रही है। मोहन तुम्हारी सूरत, मोहन तुम्हारी सूरत हमको सता रही है, हमको सता रही है। मोहन तुम्हारी सूरत आ जाओ अब कन्हैया, तुम बिन विचार आके। आ जाओ अब कन्हैया, तुम बिन विचार आके। लड़िया बना बना के, लड़िया बना बना के आंसू बहा रही है, आंसू बहा रही है। मोहन तुम्हारी सूरत, मोहन तुम्हारी सूरत हमको सता रही है, हमको सता रही है। मोहन तुम्हारी सूरत यादाहन अब जा रही है। रही है, हमको सता रही है। मोहन तुम्हारी सूरत, मोहन तुम्हारी सूरत। Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
श्री राम जानकी बैठे मेरे सीने में, श्री राम जानकी बैठे मेरे सीने में। देख रहा मेरा दिल के नगीने में, देख रहा मेरा दिल बेनगीने में। श्री राम जानकी बैठे मेरे सीने में। मुझको गिरधी नवे अब नय चाहिए, राम गे राम गा मुझको रस चाहिए। मुझको गिरधी नवे अब नय चाहिए, राम गे राम गा मुझको रस चाहिए। सुख मेरे से अमृत को पीने में, सुख मेरे से अमृत को पीने में। श्री राम जानकी बैठी मेरे सीने में। राम रसिया हूँ मैं, राम सुमिरन करो, सिया राम सजाई मैं चिंतन करूँ। राम रसिया हूँ मैं, राम सुमिरन करो, सिया राम सजाई मैं चिंतन करो। सच है सच आनंद है सेज जीने में, सच आनंद है सेज जीने में। श्री राम जानकी बैठी मेरे सीने में। हर सीना है सबको ये दिखला दिया, भक्ति मस्ती है दिखला दिया। हर सीना है सबको ये दिखला दिया, भक्ति मस्ती है बेरगन दिखला दिया। कोई मस्ती ना सागर नमीने में, कोई मस्ती न सागर नमीने में। श्री राम जानकी बैठे मेरे सीने में। श्री राम जानकी बैठी मेरे सीने में। देख रहा मेरा दिल बेनगीने में, देख रहा मेरा दिल बेनगीने में। श्री राम जानकी बैठे मेरे सीने में। श्री राम जानकी
प्रेम से बोलो विष्णु भगवान की जय। प्रेम से बोलो श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। प्रेम से बोलो सीता माता की जय। प्रेम से बोलो हनुमान स्वामी की जय। प्रेम से बोलो कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय। Go ahead and take white flowers in hand, Mala. At this time, devotees, as we all join together now, as we offer prayers to that universal Father and that universal Guru, as we offer prayers to that destroyer of all evils in our life and in this universe, as we join together in offering prayers to Lord Shiva. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Harapurang Orang Harunavataram Samsar Saram Mujagindraram Sarasantam Hirdayardane Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
ब्रह्ममुरारिसुरार्चितलिङ्गम् निर्मलभासितशोभितलिङ्गम् जन्मजदुःखविनाशकलिङ्गम्
तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम्
ब्रह्ममुरारिसुरार्चितलिङ्गम् निर्मलभासितशोभितलिङ्गम् जन्मजदुःखविनाशकलिङ्गम् तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् देवमुनि प्रणवाचितलिङ्गम् कामदहं करुणाकरलिङ्गम् रावणदर्पविनाशनलिङ्गम् तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् सर्वसुगन्धे सुलेपितलिङ्गम् बुद्धिविवरकारणलिङ्गम् सिद्धसुरासुरवन्दितलिङ्गम् तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् कनकमहामणिभूषितलिङ्गम् फणिपतिवेष्टितशोभितलिङ्गम् दक्षसुयज्ञविनाशनलिङ्गम्
शिवलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम्
प्रभाकरलिङ्गं
तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम्
Devotees, for those who are desirous to perform Lord Shiva Puja, I ask that you come forth at this time.
परवेशितलिङ्गं सर्वसमुद्भवकारणलिङ्गम्
अष्टदरिद्रविनाशनलिङ्गं
तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम् सुरगुरु सुरवर पूजितलिङ्गं सुरवन पुष्प सदार्शितलिङ्गं
परात्परं परमात्मकलिङ्गं
तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गं तत्प्रणमामि सदा शिवलिङ्गम्
लिङ्गाष्टकम् इदं पुण्यं यः पतेत् शिवसन्निधौ शिवलोकमवाप्नोति शिवेन सह मोदते।
ॐ नमः शिवाय
ॐ नमः शिवाय हरि ओम शिवाय
ॐ नमः शिवाय हरि ॐ नमः शिवाय
ॐ नमः शिवाय हरि ओम नमः शिवाय
ॐ नमः शिवाय हरि ॐ नमः शिवाय
ॐ नमः शिवाय हरि ओम नमः शिवाय
ॐ नमः शिवाय हरि ॐ नमः शिवाय
ॐ नमः शिवाय हरि ओम नमः शिवाय
ॐ नमः शिवाय हरि ॐ नमः शिवाय
ॐ नमः शिवाय हरि ओम नमः शिवाय
ॐ नमः शिवाय हरि ॐ नमः शिवाय
ॐ नमः शिवाय हरि ओम नमः शिवाय
ॐ नमः शिवाय हरि ॐ नमः शिवाय
ॐ नमः शिवाय हरि ओम नमः शिवाय
ॐ नमः शिवाय हरि ॐ नमः शिवाय
ॐ नमः शिवाय हरि ओम नमः
Shivaya, Hari Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah 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 Shivaya, Hari Om Namah Shivaya.
Shivaya. Hara Hara Shiva Shiva, Hara Hara Shiva Shiva, Shambho Hara, Shambho Hara, Parvati Paramananda Namo Namah. Hara Hara Shiva Shiva, Hara Hara Shiva Shiva, Shambho Hara, Shambho Hara, Parvati Paramananda Namo Namah. Gajamuna Gajaduna, Gajamuna Gajaduna, Gajadunga Baru Deva, Gajadunga Baru Deva,
शंभो रे घर शंभो रे घर पार्वती परमानंद नमो नमः ஈஸ்வரியே ஏண்டாயே ஈஸ்வரியே என் பூரே சரஸ்வதியே என் பூரே சரஸ்வதியே என் பூரே சரஸ்வதியே நமோ நமः ஹர ஹர சிவ சிவ ஹர ஹர சிவ சிவ शंभो रे घर शंभो रे घर पार्वती परमानंद नमो नमः Una para potro bene, una para potro bene, una bene paro ekda, una bene paro ekda, una bene paro ekda, namo namah. Hara hara Shiva Shiva, hara hara Shiva Shiva, Shambho re gara, Shambho re gara, Parvati Paramananda, Namo Namah. Dalayana Puritana, Dalayana Puritana, Una Puja Sedayani, Una Puja Sedayani, Una Puja Sedayani, Namo Namah. Hara Hara Shiva Shiva, Hara Hara Shiva Shiva, Shambho re gara, Shambho re gara, Parvati Paramananda, Namo Namah. Hara Hara Shiva Shiva, Hara Hara Shiva Shiva, Shambho re gara, Shambho re gara, Parvati Paramananda, Namo Namah. Parvati Paramananda, Namo Namah. Parvati Paramananda, Namo Namah.
Namo Mahadeva Shambho Namo Sada Shiva Jai Parameshwar Jai Bhavaneshwar Jai Shiva Shankara Nama Mahadeva Shambho Namo Sada Shiva Jai Parameshwar Jai Bhavaneshwar Jai Shiva Shankara Namo Mahadeva Shambho Namo Sada Shiva Jai Parameshwar Jai Bhavaneshwar Jai Shiva Shankara Bhavani Shankara Oma Maheshwara Giri Shankara Bhavani Shankara Oma Maheshwara Girija Shankara Jai Paryankara Jai Pitambara Jai Shiva Shankara Jai Paryankara Jai Pitambara Jai Shiva Shankara
Shambho. Namo Sadashiva Om. Jai Parameshwar, Jai Bhavaneshwar, Shiva Shankara Om. Hara Hara Mahadeva Gauri Manohara, Hara Shiva Shankara Om. Hara Hara Mahadeva Gauri Manohara, Hara Shiva Shankara Om. Dukha Hara Lekara Sukha Parade Kara, Shri Shiva Shankara Om. Dukha Hara Lekara Sukha Parade Kara, Jai Shiva Shankara Om. Namo Mahadeva Shambho. Namo Sadashiva Om. Jai Parameshwar, Jai Bhavaneshwar, Jai Shiva Shankara Om. Parvati Shankara Ganga Kanadara Hara Shankara Rio. Parvati Shankara Ganga Kanadara Karuna Shankara Om. Nilakanta Shankara Akhikaleshwar, Jai Shiva Shankara Om. Nilakanta Sarakaleshwara Dara, Jai Shiva Shankara Om. Namo Mahadeva Shambho. Namo Sadashiva Om. Parameshwar, Jai Bhavaneshwar, Jai Shiva Shankara Om. Jai Shiva Shankara Naraja Sundara, Hara Hara Shankara Om. Jai Shiva Shankara Nataraja Sundara, Hara Hara Shankara Om. Jai Dhammaruvara, Jai Kaleshwara, Jai Shiva Shankara Om. Jai Dhammaruvara, Jai Kaleshwara, Jai Shiva Shankara Om. Namo Mahadeva Shambho. Namo Sadashiva Om. Jai Parameshwar, Jai Bhavaneshwar, Jai Shiva Shankara Om. Namo Mahadeva Shambho. Namo Sadashiva Om. Jai Parameshwar, Jai Bhavaneshwar, Jai Shiva Shankara Om.
Take a flower in your hand with them. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hari Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Devotees, we offer this next prayer for all those suffering from various illnesses, diseases, injuries, and ailments. We ask that they may have a fast, speedy, and full recovery. We also offer a prayer for those transitioning from this world to the next. May their passage be a smooth and tranquil one. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Mrityurmukshyo Mamrutat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Mrityurmukshyo Mamrutat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanat Mrityurmukshyo Mamrutat. Om Ganganapate Namaha. Om Kartikeya Namaha. Om Nandishwaraya Namaha. Om Vasukiye Namaha. Om Shri Sambasada Shivaya Namaha. Prem se bolo Shiva Shankara Bhagwan ki jai. Devotees, for all of us who have a guru, you can place your flower in front of Lord Shiva. We offer prayer toward Guru. If not, then I ask you take Lord Shiva or any day within your mind as your universal Guru, as you join together with me in prayer. Om Guru Ra Brahma Guru Ra Vishnu Guru Ra Deo Maheshwara Guru Ra Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Om Dhyana Moolam Guru Ra Murti Puja Moolam Guru Param Mantra Moolam Guru Ra Bhakyam Moksha Moolam Guru Ra Kripar Prem Se Guru Guru Deo Ki Jai. Place your flowers in front of Lord Shiva. And devotees, for all those who have prasad chawing, I ask that you please come forth at this time. Yeah, I think. Mala, do we have any more flowers? Yeah, we've got plenty. Turn it around though. There you go. If you guys want to come all around over here, be good. You all have a flower? You have flowers? Okay. You have flowers in yours too? Okay, good. Okay. Alright, you're going to hold your prasad in both hands, making sure it's not touching the floor or touching your clothes, because we're making a full offering to Bhagwan. We join together as we offer this prayer. Om Naivedyam Grihitam Deva Bhakti Me Chalam Kuru Ipsitam Me Varam Nehi Paratraiha Parangatim Om Miram Palam Maya Deva Stapitam Purtastava Tena Me Sapalavaptir Bhavich Janmani Janmani Om Sarva Papa Haram Dibyam Gangeyam Nirmalam Jalam Achmanam Maya Raktam Grihetam Purushottamam. Off your altar 3 times. 1.
आओ भोग लगाओ प्यारे
And then if you guys would like, you
मोहन
can take your prasad and offer some
आओ भोग लगाओ प्यारे मोहन
Yeah.
आओ भोग लगाओ प्यारे मोहन आओ भोग लगाओ प्यारे मोहन जो कोई तुम्हारा भोग लगावे, सुख संपत्ति करावे प्यारे मोहन, आओ भोग लगाओ प्यारे मोहन, आओ भोग लगाओ प्यारे मोहन। ऐसा भोग लगावे प्यारे मोहन, ऐसा भोग लगावे प्यारे मोहन, सब अमृत हो जाए प्यारे मोहन, आओ भोग लगाओ प्यारे मोहन, आओ भोग लगाओ प्यारे मोहन। जो कोई ऐसा भोग लगावे, जो कोई ऐसा भोग को खावे, सब अमृत हो जाए प्यारे मोहन, आओ भोग लगाओ 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 प्यारे मोहन।
Devotees, for all those who are desirous in participating in our Hawan ceremony, I ask that you come forth at this time. Really, only 2 people will be offering. It's just more people can come and observe and see what's going on. So come up if you'd like. Yes. Okay. Ready? We're going to go ahead and light the Hawan. Om Agni Mile Porohitam Yagyasya Devamritvajam Ortharamratnadhatamam Agni Devaye Namah. You all good? Is it lit? Okay. We offer both Hawan Samagri and ghee into the Hawan Kund. Om Prajapate
Swaha idam prajapate idam namama.
Om
Swaha idam indraya idam namama.
Om Magane Swaha
idam magane idam namama.
Om Somaya Swaha
Swaha idam somaya idam namama.
Om Bhu Swaha
idam magane idam namama.
Om Bhuva Swaha
Swaha
idam vayave idam namama.
Om Swaha
Swaha idam suryaya idam namama.
Om Suryaya Namaha
Swaha idam suryaya idam namama.
Om Chandraya Namaha
Swaha idam chandraya idam namama.
Om Bhaumaya Namaha
Swaha idam bhaumaya idam namama.
Om Buddhaya Namaha
Swaha idam buddhaya idam namama.
Om Brihaspati Namaha
Swaha idam brihaspate idam namama.
Om Shukraya Namaha
Swaha idam shukraya idam namama.
Om Shanishcharaya Namaha
Swaha idam shanishwaraya idam namama.
Om Rahave Namaha
Swaha idam rahove idam namama.
Om Ketave Namaha
Swaha idam ketave idam namama.
Om Ganeshaya Namaha.
Swaha.
So whenever we're doing Hawan, even if you're not connected up front, it's important that you say Swaha as we're offering. So I'm not going to say it anymore. I'm just going to say the prayer, but I want to make sure that I hear you say it, okay? Because that's right. That's what we need to do. Om Mahangauriye Namaha
Swaha.
Om Mahasaraswati Namaha
Swaha.
Om Mahalakshmiye Namaha
Swaha.
Om Mahadurgaye Namaha
Swaha.
Om Guruye Namaha
Swaha.
Om Brahmane Namaha
Swaha.
Om Vishnuye Namaha
Swaha.
Devasudevaya
Swaha.
Om Ramaya Namaha
Swaha.
Om Sithaya Namaha
Swaha.
Om Hanumate Namaha
Swaha.
Om Krishnaya Namaha
Swaha.
Om Shivaya Namaha
Swaha.
Om Sarvebhyo Devebhyo Namaha.
Swaha.
This next one that we offer is for our ancestors, so we don't say Swaha, we would put a D in there, we say Swadha, Swadha. Om Sarvebhyo Pitridbhyo Namaha Swadha. Om Bhuri Bhuvasva Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhuri Bhuvasva Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhuri Bhuvasva Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Take everything together and please stand as we commence with Puranahuti. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Mudhanam Nivodatim Pritibhyam Swaranamraja Ajatam Aganim Kavigvam Samrajatitim Jananamasana Patram Chanyam Tireva Swaha. Om Sarvam Goy Puranagvam Swaha. Om Sarvam Goy Puranagvam Swaha. Om Sarvam Goy Puranagvam Swaha. We'll join together as we take blessings from Agni Devata. Om Tanapagani Tanvame Pahi. Om Aryoragani Sadyorme Dehi. Om Vadachodagani Varchume Dehi. Om Agnayan Mitanva Uranam Tanma Pruna. Om Tejosi Tejumai Dehi. Om Viryamasi Viryamai Dehi. Om Balamasi Balamai Dehi. Om Ojovasi Ojumai Dehi. Om Manurasi Manyumai Dehi. Om Sahosi Sohumai Dehi. Om Shanti Rastu, Pushti Rastu, Briti Rastu, Yata Papram Tatipati Mashtu, Chatushpare, Sura Shanti Bhavatu. We offer Achmanim, sprinkle some water. Om Sarva Papa Haram Dibyam Gangayam Nirmalam Jalam Achmanmayadatam Grihetam Purushottamam. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Harium. Prem Smorogni Devata Ki Jai. You all can go ahead and take your seats. We're going to go ahead and, Yes, please. Your voice got deep, bro. He looked at me, take it outside. Place the band right here. And before we commence with our sermon, I'm going to actually hand over the microphone to Ashana. She's going to recite the Gita Dhyanam, and then we'll continue on with our sermon.
Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Kratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamrita Varshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadhashadhyayinim Amba Tvamanusanthadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim Namostu te Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Pullara अरविन्दायतपत्रनेत्रः येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवैत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं भीष्मद्रोणततज्जयद्रथचल गान्धारनीलोत्पल शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकर दुर्योधनावर्तिनी स्तोतीर्न खलु बान्धवैरननदी केशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोद्गतं नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितं लोके सज्जनशतपदैरहरहः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयात् भारतपङ्कजं कलिमला प्रध्वंसिन श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगा ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यन्तां न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः
It's said that if you ever do a sermon from anything that has Bhagwan Shri Krishna in its name, Bhagavad Gita, Shri Bhagavad Puran, you have to recite that before that. So that's what a lot of Vyasas learn before they have to do their Gita reading. So excellent job. You've surpassed many Vyasas. Good job. Before we commence with our sermon, devotees, I ask that we join together as we offer prayers to Lord Ganesh, Mother Saraswati, as well as our gurus. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirviganam Kurumi Deva Sarvakarishu Sarvada Om Saraswati Namastobhyam Varane Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Satir Bhavatu Me Sara Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Deo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Om Prem se Bolo Ganesh Bhagwan ki jai Prem se Bolo Saraswati Mata ki jai Prem se Bolo Gurudeo ki jai. For a while there I thought I was going to have to stop my sermon in the Srimad Bhagwan Puran, but we're just going to go a little out of order. Rather than in book 1 chapter 9 of the Srimad Bhagwan Puran, I'm going to take you all to book 7 canto 7 of the Srimad Bhagwan Puran. And book 7 talks about one of the incarnations of Lord Vishnu. But which incarnation specifically? And what exactly is the story about? It states in chapter 7. Bhagavatam Puran Shrimad Bhagavatam Puran
Bhagavatam Puran Srimad Bhagavatam Puran
Bhagavatam Puran Srimad Bhagavatam Puran
Bhagavatam Puran Srimad Bhagavatam Puran
Bhagavatam Shri Bhagavatam Shrimad Bhagavatam Puran.
Bhagavatam Shri Bhagavatam Shri Bhagavatam Puran.
Bhagavatam Shri Bhagavatam Shrimad Bhagavatam Puran.
Bhagavatam Shrimad Bhagavatam Shrimad Bhagavatam Puran.
Bhagavatam Puran. Shrimad Bhagavatam Puran.
Bhagavatam Puran. Shrimad Bhagavatam Puran.
Shrimad Bhagavatam Puran. Shrimad Bhagavatam Puran. I try to make this as short as possible because the entirety of book 7 is a sermon. Now, I'm not going to go over every single chapter. We're going to concatenate it down because we've got limited time here today. Chapter 7 starts off around a very powerful king in the Srimad Bhagavad Puran. Now, when I say king, do I necessarily mean great soul? Is that what I mean? No, not necessarily. This king has a specific name. His name was known as Hiranyakashipu. He had a brother. I'm not going to go into the story of that, but he was a great king. When I say great king, I don't mean great in terms of he was well respected and well renowned for all the good things he did. He was a great king because he ruled with a fist of power. He ruled by fear. He ruled by intimidation. He conquered many lands with his powerful armies. And as a fierce king, he was still feared in one thing in the world. He only was scared of one thing in this world. And it's a lot of things, it's one thing that we're all pretty scared of. I still have this fear. I think I was 4, maybe, or 6 when I had this existential crisis about when I'm going to die. And that was his fear too, death. When am I going to leave this world? How am I going to leave this world? He wanted to conquer the worlds and the heavens that he felt betrayed him and his brother, Hiranyaksha. And again, there's a story behind his brother and him. We're not going to go into the story of the brother. But his plan was to become immortal. His plan was to live forever. And how was he going to do that? It's said that he went to a valley near the Mandara hills from which he performed the most difficult of austerities to Lord Brahma, which lasted for 100 celestial years. You to keep this in mind. So when somebody says 1 celestial year, actually, when somebody says 100 celestial years, that's not the same thing as a Gregorian year. A Gregorian year is 365 days, the years that we worship. 100 celestial years is equivalent to 36,000 Gregorian years. So 1 celestial year is very young. He did it for 100. The ritual performed by Hiranyakashipu was so focused that upon the arrival of Lord Brahma, it stated that he really didn't have much of a body. His body was covered in an anthill, mounds of grass and dirt. It said that he didn't have any skin left, any fat left. It was just raw muscle and skeleton that was sitting there. Such was his devotion. He sat down, concentrated with a fixed mind. How many of us? None of us can really. If I told you to close your eyes right now and said, imagine a spider crawling on your arm, how many of you are just, see, you did it already, right? Eyes not even closed. So it takes a lot of concentration and devotion. He did it for 100 years, 100 celestial years. Lord Brahma had barely said, "Oh, king, please, show yourself. All good fortune to you who are so perfectly of penance. I, granter of boons, have arrived. Let your wish be my blessings for you." Hiranyakashipu emerged from the anthill, his eyes filled with devotion and wonder. Upon seeing the Lord, he stated, "If you are willing to grant the boon that I desire, O Lord, O best of all benefactors, then make it so that I will not die because of any of the living beings created by you, neither at home, inside, nor outside, neither day or nights, neither from any known weapon or any own other thing, neither on the ground, nor in the sky, nor by any human being or animal may I die. Neither lifeless things nor living entities, neither demigod nor demon, nor the great serpents may kill me. I must have no rivals, have the supremacy in battle, and rule all over all embodied souls, including the deities of all planets. My glory must be equal yours, and never may the powers I acquired by yogic penance be defeated." Whenever you say so, what? He still had eyes, yeah. Like one of the little Martians from Mars Attacks. That's some of the kids probably don't know that reference. If you're 30 years or older, you probably know that reference. So he asked for all of these things. Now I want you to pay attention to how he said this. Whenever you're making a deal, for those of us who deal with business in our lives, if you ever deal with a contract, make sure you read the wording. He said, let me neither have blank or blank, blank nor blank, blank nor blank. He never said the word and. So neither man nor animal, weapon nor any other sort of thing, day or night. He made very specific requests. Of course, Lord Brahma heard this. He was very, very pleased with Hiranyakashipu. So he granted him those powers, and with those new powers, Hiranyakashipu was now able to conquer the heavens and the earth, removing any obstacles or force in his way. He ruled with an iron fist. He let the demons take over because the demons worshipped him. They were underneath him. A bad man raises bad people. He creates bad lands. We see that all the time. You see that in Game of Thrones. Anybody underneath Cersei, oh goodness. As such, devotees, the plan of action, or fate, so to speak, of Lord Vishnu was in play. Hiranyakashipu was actually the incarnation of one of two great brothers. And in this reincarnated state, it was said that he meant to came back as a demon, as an evil soul. And that actually activated the series of events that we see today. Shortly after this time, Hiranyakashipu fathered 4 most qualified sons, one of who had a specific name, and we hear his name all the time. It's a wonderful name. His name is Prahalad. The son was endowed with all the qualities of devotees since birth. He was a good Brahmin, being full control over his senses and of his mood. He was firmly established in the absolute truth and was a super soul himself, beloved best friend to all living beings. He sat down at the feet of the great ones like a servant, like a father. He took care of the poor. He was like a brother to his equals, and he always was the king that everybody wanted. He was of education, he was on purpose, beauty, nobility, and completely free from arrogance and impudence. He was the true example of not only a great leader, but a mighty king. Someone who's just, someone who's fair, someone who listens. Don't you hate being in those conversations with somebody who's quote-unquote in power? They shut you up every single time, and they don't let you speak, they don't let you talk, they don't let you have an opinion, they don't let you have a voice. So he was the kind of person that everybody strived to be, aspired to be. Hiranyakashipu was very displeased by his son, though. Isn't that it? You have a son that everybody wants to be like, and you're like, oh, I hate you. I've never seen a father do that. I've never seen a father do that other than Hiranyakashipu. Prahalad would only worship the Lord, and he would not worship his father as Bhagwan. That's why he was mad. He was mad because his own son did not see him as the almighty, all-pervading, all-powerful God in this world. He saw that his son saw somebody above him, and he hated that. He despised that. He defied him in every way, every shape, every form. He decided to send Prahalad away to school with a group of Asura children to learn the way of diplomacy and other knowledges to rule the kingdom. His hope was that the influence of the teachers and the other children would change his mentality, would change his thoughts. Isn't that what we try to do for our children time and time again? Make sure that they're sitting around good crowds, good people. People who have like minds, people who help them raise to become nice, well-rounded, beautiful people. Adults, we try to do the same thing. So he tried to put Prahalad in the middle of a group of kids who was bad, with the hope that he would become bad. Again, complete opposite. God forbid my mom and dad ever did that. I don't know if I'd be sitting here right now. But despite their efforts, Prahalad could not be changed. He was set in his ways. He was devoted to the Lord, and he was recognized by everyone. His education, but his focus for the Lord was never disturbed by the school members, by anybody. He had devotion, yeah. Your plan didn't work. But upon returning home, Prahalad was placed in the audience as a father who stated, now tell me, son, what were you taught as you, my child, considered best of the students in the school? Prahalad calmly looked at his father and said, I've learned to listen, to sing, to remember Vishnu, to attend to the feet, to offer worship and prayers, to become a servant, to be a friend, and to surrender one's heart and soul. There are the 9 characteristics of devotional service to Vishnu delivered by the devotee. That is the way one should relate to the Lord. That, I consider, is the best that I know and can learn. So he went to school to learn diplomacy. And what did he learn? How to be devoted. How to stick to his guns. How to be true to what he felt was right. Hearing this, his father got angry. He trembled with rage. He said, you fools! You fake Brahmins! Are you siding with the enemy now and teaching nonsense without properly taking care of my son? The teachers responded to the king, oh, great ruler, this is what your son says, but this is not what we taught him. Well, I didn't tell him this. He did it on his own. This is his natural inclination, O king. Don't be angry with us. Do not put the blame on us. Filled with anger and rage, Hiranyakashipu threw his son to the ground and ordered that he be killed. Now, I have time and again defied my father's rules and done bad things growing up. I will willingly admit that. But never once has my father thrown me on the ground and said, hey, you kill him. You're borderlining Hiranyakashipu here. Watch what you say. His anger was so great. His pride was so immense. His arrogance was so powerful in his own head that he tried to kill his own son. He ordered somebody else to do it, though. He wouldn't take the life of his own son. He wanted that sin to be on somebody else. So, his servants complied. They tried to kill the son. And what did they try to do? They sent elephants to attack him, snakes to bite him. They cast spells of doom. They threw him from heights to conjure tricks, imprison him, administer poison, and subject him to starvation, cold, wind, fire, and water, as well as piles of rocks upon his chest. They tortured him severely. Or I should say, they attempted to. Every time a blade would approach Prahalad, it would disintegrate and turn into sand. Every time the elephants would charge at him, they would stop at his feet and bow. Every time the snakes went to go bite him, their teeth fell off and they couldn't perform their duties. Every time poison was administered to Prahalad, it turned into the nectar of the gods, like Panchamrit, sweet. Hiranyakashipu was so great with anger, he told his sister, Holika, that you need to dispose of this boy. My servants can't do it, you need to do it. Go kill your nephew. Now, Holika was also was also blessed with a specific boon. She worshipped Lord Brahma, and she was granted with a shawl that would protect her from fire. Now, she herself didn't have this great power. Think of it like Harry Potter and the Cloak of Invisibility. But instead of it being an invisible cloak, it was a cloak that would not let you burn at all. So that's what she had. She had that wrapped around her. After being asked by her brother, she took her nephew and placed him on her lap, trying to be the nice aunt that she wanted to be. And at that time, a fire erupted from beneath her, with the hope that that fire would take Prahalad's life. But Prahalad began praying to Lord Vishnu for his protection. He surrendered himself completely and entirely to Lord Vishnu. And what happened at that time? Wind blew. What happens when wind blows and hits your shawl if it's not secured? It looks just like Tejas all around. It flew off Holika and instead landed and covered who? None other than Prahalad himself. With that boon, shawl moving away from Holika, Prahalad was protected from the fire, but the one who was trying to commit sin, Holika, was burned in his place. Her life was taken instead of his. Furious, Hiranyakashipu felt there was no other options than to take the life of his son himself. He didn't see any other way, but he knew he was the greatest. He was the most powerful. He is now willing to incur this sin because he is so upset and frustrated with it. He brought him to his room and attempted to take his life. He said, "Oh, you impudent fool, you intriguer of the family, you outcast, you obstinate little fool. You go against my rule. Today I will send you to the abode of Yamraj." Yamraj is the god of death. Essentially, he's saying, I'm going to send you to the afterlife. I'm taking away your physical body. Let that Lord you wish yourself as your protect you now. That I'm going to sever your head from your body. Now that I'm going to put an end to someone talking such nonsense like you. Hiranyakashipu rose from his throne, taking his sword up in anger, and struck his fist hard against one of the columns that was in his great hall. At that very time, that column started to change. It started to look different, like a mirage was forming. It started to shake, it started to crack. Light started to emerge from that column. All of a sudden, that column exploded, and from that column emerged a great being with eyes of glowing molten gold and deadly teeth and a face extending into its manes. Looking around with a dreadful frown, he waved his tongue like a razor-sharp sword. His ears stood motionless, straight up, and his nostrils and mouth were open wide like mountain caves. This being took form as half man and half lion as figure. The extraordinary and most frightening form of Narasim appeared. Narasim is one of the incarnations of Lord Vishnu, one of the 10 great incarnations of Lord Vishnu. Now imagine, this being appears from a form, not a small being, probably about 8 feet tall in height, half lion, half man. I think I would probably faint. Yeah, how do you deal with that? Narasim was fast, and Hiranyakashipu didn't have time to react. He scooped Hiranyakashipu from the ground and took him to the doorway of his place. So they were neither inside nor outside. Remember this word here, something or something. They were neither inside nor outside. They were in the doorway. This was all done at the time of dusk, so it was neither day nor was it night. It was in between. He placed Hiranyakashipu on his lap, meaning that Hiranyakashipu was neither in the sky nor was he on the ground. Keep in mind, Narasimha himself was half man, half lion, so neither was he human or animal. He was both. And he used his great claws, which was not a known weapon at the time. A weapon of man, maybe a weapon of animal. That wasn't something that was specified. And using his claws, he swooped his hand down and took the life of Hiranyakashipu. All of the restrictions that Hiranyakashipu had put into the world came back to bite him. The specificity of what he said, so that there was a loophole in everything that he did. He didn't have a lawyer review what he was going to say before he said it. That's why we have lawyers, right? But he was so specific that he didn't realize the downfall of his own request. It marks a very pivotal time, devotees, because this means we celebrate Holi for a specific reason. Sometimes we say it's the festival of colors, so we celebrate for colors. Sometimes it's because we say the winter solstice has ended and we're moving into spring. But really, the period of Holi represents a balance in this world. It represents a time when unrighteous acts were removed from this earth and righteousness was brought forth. It was a time when light came back into the world and when darkness ended. After all of this, devotees, we entered a period of peace, because who took the throne after Hiranyakashipu? What? Blah, blah, blah. That one kid's name who survived. Thanks, Tejas. Prahalad. A man who was meant to be king, a man who was born to be king, a man who was righteous, thoughtful, considerate, a man who was just, well to all of his people. We celebrate Holi, devotees, to remember when righteousness overcome darkness, to remember what it means to be a good person, to remember what it means to be holy inside of ourselves. Remember, today is not just about throwing powder on one another. It means, and it's a significant way of which we, followers of Sanatana Dharma, bring that light back into our hearts. It's how we worship, it's how we pray, and it's how we live our daily lives. Listen to the story. If you ever need to, bhagavata.org. You can go to chapter 7 yourself, book 7. It's called Canto, C-A-N-T-O. And read through the story. Learn from it. Learn how to be like Prahalad. Learn how not to be like Hiranyakashipu. And just remember that everything you say and everything you do really helps you learn and live your life in the best manner possible. Prem se Bolo, Shri Vishnu Bhagwan ki Jai. Prem se Bolo Krishna Chandra Bhagwan ki Jai. Devotees, may we all please stand for final arti.
Om Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Jai Jagadish Hare Jai Jagadish Hare Swami Jai Jagadish Hare Bhakt Jano ke संकट भक्त जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे जो ध्यावे पल पावे दुख विनसे मन का स्वामी दुख विनसे मन का सुख संपत्ति घर आवे सुख संपत्ति घर आवे कष्ट मिटे धन का ओम जय जगदीश हरे मात पिता तुम मेरे शरण कहो जिसके
स्वामी शरण कहूँ जिसकी, तुम बिन और न दूजा, तुम बिन और न दूजा, आस करो जिसकी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, तुम पूरन परमात्मा, तुम अंतर्यामी, स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी। पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर, पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर, तुम सबके स्वामी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे,
तुम हो एक गोचर, सबके प्राणपति, स्वामी सबके प्राणपति। किस विध मिलो दया में, किस विध मिलो दया में, तुमको मैं घूमती। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, दीन बंधु दुख हरता,
तुम रक्षक मेरे, स्वामी तुम रक्षक मेरे। अपने हाथ उद्धारो, अपने हाथ उद्धारो,
पार
तेरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे,
विषय
विकार मिटाओ, पाप हरो देवा, स्वामी पाप हरो देवा। श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ, श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ, संतन की सेवा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे, ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
भजले भजले सीताराम, मंगल मूर्ति सुंदर श्याम।
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 भजले भजले ओम का नाम, मंगल मूर्ति
ले ओम का नाम, मंगल मूर्ति सुंदर श्याम।
भज ले ओम का नाम, मंगल मूर्ति सुंदर श्याम।
बजले ओम का नाम, मंगल मूर्ति सुंदर श्याम।
भज ले सीताराम, मंगल मूर्ति सुंदर श्याम।
बजले सीताराम, मंगल मूर्ति सुंदर श्याम।
भज ले सीताराम, मंगल मूर्ति सुंदर श्याम।
बजले सीताराम, मंगल मूर्ति सुंदर श्याम।
मंगल मूर्ति सुंदर श्याम।
मंगल मूर्ति सुंदर श्याम।
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा।
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा।
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा।
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा।
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 हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा।
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा।
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा।
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा।
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 हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा।
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी, हे नाथ नारायण।
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा।
श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा।
हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा।
नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा।
हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा।
हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा।
हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवा। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारी, हे नाथ Vasudeva
Sri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva Sri Krishna Govinda Hare
Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva.
Go ahead, take a flower in your hands. Like we started our puja devotees, I ask at this time that you go ahead and clasp your hands and close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, relax your spine, relax your shoulders, relax your neck, relax your entire head. With your eyes closed, take some time to focus on a form of Bhagwan that's most pleasing to you, one that helps you concentrate, and join together with me as we chant our closing prayers. Om Sarvesham Swasti Bhavatu Sarvesham Shanti Bhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Om Sarve Sukhino Bhavantu Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukha Bhag Bhave Om Mantrahinam Kriyahinam Bhaktahinam Janardanam Yatya Pujitam Maya Neva Paripurnam Dharastu Me Papoham Papo Karamaham Papo Atma Papo Sambhava Trahimam Bhundari Kaksham Sarva Papo Haro Hari Om Tvameva Matascha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Om Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityoma Amritam Yamaya Hari Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Devotees, may we all please bow. Om Gurura Brahma Gurura Vishnu Gurura Deo Maheshwara Gurura Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Bhyav Shantir Andharikshagvam Shantir Prithvi Shantir Apa Shantir Oshadaya Shantir Vanaspati Shantir Vishwadeva Shantir Brahma Shantir Sarvegvam Shantir Shantireva Shanti Sama Shanti Re Hari Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat. Prem se bolo Ganesh Bhagwan ki, Prem se bolo Adi Shakti Durga Mata ki, Prem se bolo Vishnu Bhagwan ki, Prem se bolo Shiva Shankara Bhagwan ki, Prem se bolo Shiva Shakti Mandir ki. That is so weak. So Prem se bolo with love I say, whatever God. J means victory. So you don't go J. Right? Scream it. J. Prem se bolo. Too soon. Hold on. Prem se bolo Sanatana Dharma ki. There we go. Perfect. Thank you. And devotees, with this, we've come to the end of our Sunday morning satsang, and I'd like to thank each and every one of you for being here today. Some familiar faces and some new faces as well. Again, thank you all for joining us. If you could all bear with me for about, it was supposed to be an abbreviated puja. I went 12 minutes over. I'm so sorry. Just a few announcements in regards to events. First and foremost, on behalf of the Shiva Shakti Mandir and my family, we want to wish every single one of you a very happy Holi, very happy Bhagwa. We're glad that you will all be here to celebrate with us. After we're done, we're going to do some chautal singing. I do ask that if you go outside to play Bhagwa, that you do not re-enter the Mandir covered in powder. We're trying our best to keep the area as clean as possible. So once you go out to play, in the kitchen area too. Just do not re-enter either one of those buildings because we don't want to have any powder around. In regards to events coming up, like I said, today we are celebrating Holi, but next month, starting on April 1st through Sunday, April 10th, marks the period of Chaitra Navaratri. Anybody want to take a stab at the word Chaitra, what that means? Oh yeah, good job, spring. Navaratri in the spring. 9 whole days, again from the 1st through the 10th, and ending Navaratri going into Sunday, April 10th will be Ram Navami. And again, just to make that announcement, unfortunately, my family and I will be traveling. We will be performing a puja with our family down in Florida, so we will not be having service virtual or in person for Ram Navami. Again, we will not be having service in person or virtually for Ram Navami, but we will meet back again for Hanuman Jayanti Puja, which will be on Saturday, April 16th. That is, again, Saturday, April 16th. We do have a family who has sponsored and signed up for that date, so unfortunately it is not available. But we do have our sign-up list in the back, devotees, so if you would like to sign up for a Sunday morning service to come sit up here and perform puja, you are more than welcome to. I promise I don't yell at you. I will never yell at you. If you want to come up here and do it, we'll be calm. It'll be awesome. What's up? What about the 3rd? Oh, I'm so sorry. And then on Mahendra has the list, yeah. On Sunday, Mahendra's the bald guy that looks like me in the back. Sunday, April 3rd, I apologize. We will be in the middle of Navaratri. We will be performing our special Navaratri service here at Mandir. It will be an extended puja. We will start at 10 go till about 1. If you'd like, you can come and participate. We'll offer dar. If you want to bring some prasad, you're more than welcome to. Good things to bring: nuts, dried fruits, any sorts of citrus, yellow or red flowers. Those are very good things to bring for Navaratri Puja. And again, that is going to be Sunday, April 3rd. And with that being said, devotees, I have no other announcements. For those of you who are tuning in via YouTube, thank you all so much for your continued support. We do apologize for the slight delay. We had a little bit of internet issues. That is still something we are trying to resolve here at the Mandir. It'll be a second before we get internet in, but for those of you here in person, if you ever want to tune in, 10 o'clock on Sundays, go to our YouTube channel, Shiv Shakti Mandir, Georgia, and you can watch our services there as well if you need to, if you can't come out in person. But with that being said, thank you all for your time. Jai Sita Ram. I will now hand the microphone over for the first time in 3 years, 2 years, 2.5 years, and a long time, to our president in training, Ishin DeFreitas.
We are going to continue to stream the Chautal singing, and then we're going to end the streaming. But 2 years ago, on 10th of March, my president in training was the last time, we stand side by side. Never did I knew that 2 years will elapse and I will grow 2 inches shorter than him. I am. So this is an indication of what happened to us in 2 years. And in that last 2 years, if you have not become keenly aware of the power of prayers, the meaning of family, the understanding of community support, and so on, it really changed our perspective on the way we view our lives, our community, the meaning of a community, the meaning of family. So we'll talk a little bit more about that, but I want to hand the microphone over to my taller than the president in training.
Ram Ram. First of all, welcome back. It was 2 weeks at least. Yeah, welcome back. How's everything? Yeah, I'm rusty.
You don't whisper to me, you whisper to them.
I know. I'm rusty. I didn't plan anything. Yeah, it's great to be back. Happy Holi, everybody. I didn't plan anything.
All right, you all have to pay attention to our president in training. Happy Holi, right? So happy to see him, and so happy to see so many of you. Many years ago, and it was a early morning, 5:30 a.m. in the morning, and the day was Wednesday. The date was March 8th. And if you want to figure what year that was, go research what day was March 8th on a Wednesday, that day, and you will figure the year. That was the last time I had hair. My hair was exactly like Ganesh and Akshay, okay, way down out here. And then that morning, I went to South Carolina in the military. A few days later, I sat on the barber chair and I never recover those days again, and I start looking like by Chris, and that's been many, many years ago. So if you join the military and you sit in the barber chair, turn around and look at by Chris, that's how you're gonna look like, because you'll never regain that. So when I saw the two of them this morning, I said, my God, that's me, many years ago on March 8th, it was the last time. I can't even remember what it feels like to have the wind going through your hair anymore, so especially when I drive Nidra convertible, which she still doesn't have as yet, to hear, listen to that, or feel that breeze going through my hair. So again, welcome. We do miss each and every one of you, and this, we really needed this. We really needed to get the Mandir going. We really need to get back in person. It's important to our mental wellness, our emotional wellness, and also our physical wellness. So I'm so happy to see all of you. We have some folks here that I have not seen before. If I did, it's been so long, like my president in training, who if I could have passed you on the street and not know that it was you, man. So first we'll go to Mandy inside. Mandy, father and mother are here with us. They just moved to Georgia, so the Georgia population is growing. So would you want to introduce your mom and pops, please? So Ram, Uncle Ram, right? By Ram and by him, Drew. So now we have two Drews. Okay. By him, Drew, raise your hand in the back here. So you got a sister over here, okay? So we got two Drews. So welcome to Georgia. We're happy to have both of you here with us. I know you're happy to be with your son-in-law, and more importantly, forget about the son-in-law and the daughter. It's the grandchildren. It's all about the grandchildren, right? So I understand. I'm starting to get that feeling and understanding. Our daughter-in-law, the youngest son, Avi's wife, is pregnant, and she's already spoiled the grandchild, and the grandchild is not even here as yet. So, so enjoy the grandchildren. We got some new folks over here. Have you guys been to the Mandir before? Okay, so Priya, you want to introduce them? Okay, congratulations. High school, huh? I can't remember what it feels like to be in high school anymore. So congratulations. Thank you all for coming out here. We do truly appreciate it. We're happy that you're here. Ganesh, I see you brought a guest with you. So, you said Shakira? Okay. Well, welcome. We're happy to have you here. And thank you for being a part of us. And so we're excited that you came here this morning.
Yeah, I thought I saw Fabio this morning.
Fabio. So there has been a lot happening in our lives, right? So Nidra and I are going to be grandparents in the next few months. Dr. Danny just came back from from Guyana, where he bought property over here. Mahendra found himself a spouse last year, 2 years ago. We were supposed to have a grand wedding in May of 2020. We have to postpone it. This is going to be our eldest daughter-in-law, Nirmala. Nirmala is the spouse of Mahendra. So she's with us. She came to the U.S. So she's a medical doctor by training. So, but for us, she's just Nirmala, fondly known as Mala. And So we are happy to have her join our family today. And so this is Destiny Bow Bow Wowji. Okay. So Destiny will not go anywhere without her. I mean, every afternoon, Destiny, I call her a turncoat. I thought she was my daughter, but now she becomes, you know. So, Dr. Sukai, we are happy. You have anything that you want to say?
Sure. Of course, I'm very happy to see everybody here. There are some people like I wouldn't have recognized him, and some people don't recognize. And so I'm very happy to be here, and hopefully, we'll be able to be now more often. And still see some people wearing masks. So whatever makes you feel happy, but I'm glad that we are over the hump in this virus, and I'm very sorry that one of our members has left us recently.
Yeah, we had a number of people that left us over the last 2 years. Just recently, last week, most of you at the next door to Auntie Chris, right? Passed away. I think some of you know him. By Kemrach, brother passed away in New York. Rupa, sister-in-law and nephew died, within a week of each other of COVID. So COVID took quite a significant toll. I lost my mother-in-law, but she passed because of longevity at the age of 94, and then Nidra lost, that's her mom, and then her sister a few months ago, her youngest sister. So not because of COVID, but other related illness. So it's been quite a toll emotionally, physically, and a lot of us here, but like Dr. Danny said, we're glad that we're over the hump, and we'll get together. And finally, we have one more family back here. I know you all came to Mandir before a couple of years back, right? And your two sons, those are your sons. Could you guys want to introduce yourself? Okay. Okay, where do you guys live? Henry, that's right. Right, yeah. Now I remember, down the road from us. So, well, welcome. We're happy to have you here today. So, by Krishna, I didn't even see you. You're like incognito, Mister. You're like a shadow warrior back there, Yeah, I know. So, by Krishna, he celebrated the marriage of his daughter, last year. So, right in the mandir here. Lots went on. But the most important thing, I lost the youth of so many of our kids. I saw Anna, and I didn't even recognize that was Anna. I saw by Shane, and he was like, I said, man, what's going on? Why are you guys growing so tall, and you all surpass me, So, but we're happy. We're happy for our children. We're happy. We're happy that the growth that is occurring, and I'm most excited that emotionally that they're doing well, because social interaction was so important to the child. And then we got a number of our children that graduated from college. Tara has one that finished graduate studies, and then we got Bai Shane graduated, and he's now in the. Did he give you any pocket money? No. Come on. So with that said, we have a couple of people celebrating birthday. We just want to wish you a happy birthday today. Today is Nirmala's birthday. She told me that in Trinidad they don't celebrate. Oh, celebrate birthday in Trinidad. She's from Trinidad. So happy birthday, daughter-in-law. We want to wish you much happiness, longevity, prosperity, and remember, according to the Guyanese custom, the lady is supposed to walk to his left and one step behind him. Okay. But he's an American, so he's not Guyanese really. His parents are Guyanese, so you don't have to do that. And Bahindru is celebrating, not that Bahindru, but you celebrated your birthday a few days ago on March the 16th, right? So on behalf of all of us, we want to wish you, you look like a teenager. How old are you, 21? We'll leave it at that, so. So happy birthday to you too. So we wish you much happiness and prosperity and continued health in your life. And with that said, we're going to sing a couple of Chow Tal, and then we'll go out there. Ladies will share food. You play to your heart content. In the parking lot is yours. Do what you want to do. But please don't use water on each other. And when you're ready to go home, we have blowers. We'll blow all the beer out of you so you're not going to mess up your car. Don't re-enter the mandir. Please stay away from the house because once you start playing with them. Right, and there are some folks that will not be participating, so please honor that. I know Nedra will not be playing. Priya will not be playing. Is there anybody else? Chris, by Hindru. And so please respect their wishes. They said, hey, don't. Please respect it.
Yes, and before we leave here and change the topic, I don't want to leave here today without saying thank you very much to Pandit Avi for holding the fort down.
Thank you, son. Thank you, Dr. D, for that. And so if you could just, as usual, we'll just form two line. We got a lot of books and Jal. Who wants to participate? You're more than welcome. Who wants to just observe for a few minutes? You're more than welcome. And then we'll head outside for Bojan and power playing. Okay?
Let me see. Still in the middle here. You got the two lines on. Little Vivian, how are you? You the bad. You okay there or you want to sit up there? I'm good. I'm good. My back is too okay. When you're ready, you can sit wherever you want. I'll do only one. Unmuted Jal. Everybody, you guys can play. Just keep timing. It's easy. It's okay. I'll follow.
Get Jal. Yes, you come. Those who can sing, come on.
This water.
Can you pass me one? Until I get enough. Thanks.
Are we ready? So we're gonna sing the Chautal Shiva Shankaran Roman numeral 3, page 3. Okay, here we go.
बोलिए गजानन स्वामी की
Jai! Shiva Shankara Deen Dayala Mahabharadani. Shiva Shankara Deen Dayala
माती उनके तिलक चंद्रमा
माते उनके तिलक चंद्रमा हो, माते उनके तिलक चंद्रमा हो,
माती उनके तिलक चंद्रमा हो, माती उनके तिलक चंद्रमा हो,
माते उनके तिलक चंद्रमा
चंद्रमा हो
माथे उनके तिलक चंद्रमा हो माथे उनके तिलक चंद्रमा हो
माथे उनके तिलक चंद्रमा हो
जाके तीन नयन जग जानी महाबड़दानी जाके तीन नयन जग जानी महाबड़दानी
माथे उनके तिलक
जाके तीन नयन जग जानी महाबड़दानी जाके तीन नयन जग जानी महाबड़दानी
तीन नयन जग जानी महाबड़दानी तीन नयन जग जानी महाबड़दानी नयन जग जानी महाबड़दानी महाबड़दानी
जाके तीन नयन जग जानी महाबड़दानी
जाके तीन नयन जग पंपोला बाबा कहा रंगायो पागलिया पंपोला बाबा कन्हा रंगायो पागलिया कौने सहर रंगा मगायो कौने सकर सावरिया कौने सहर से रंगा मगायो कौने सगर से पागलिया दिल्ली शहर से रंगा मगायो वामपुर शहर से पागलिया पंपोला बाबा कहा रंगायो पागल पंपोला बाबा कन्हा रंगायो पागलिया गोकुला बेच जनमे कन्हाए सुरन सुखदाई
गोकुला बीच जन्म कन्हाई सुरन सुखदाई
गोकुला बेच जनमे कन्हाए सुरन सुखदाई
गोकुला बीच जन्म कन्हाई सुरन सुखदाई
गोकुला बेच जनमे कन्हाई सुरन सुखदाई गोकुला बेच जनमे कन्हाई सुरदाई गोकुला बेच जनमे कन्हाई सुरन सुखदाई जही दिन जन्म भयो कान्हायो देव सुमन चढ़लाई जही दिन जन्म भया कान्हा देव सुमन चढ़लाई जन्म भयो कान्हायो देव सुमन चढ़लाई ओ जन्म भयो कान्हायो देव सुमन चढ़लाई ओ जन्म भयो कान्हायो देव सुमन चढ़लाई देव सुमन चढ़लाई देव सुमन चढ़लाई ले देव सुमन चढ़लायो
सूर्य ब्रह्म जी सब चली आए हो सूर्य ब्रह्म जी सब चली आए हो
सूर्य ब्रह्म जी सब चढ़लायो
सब चली आए हो
सूर्य ब्रह्म जी सब चले आयो
सूर्य ब्रह्म जी सब चली आए हो
सूर्य ब्रह्म जी सब चढ़लायो सूर्य ब्रह्म जी सब चले आयो सूर्य ब्रह्म जी सब चले आयो
सूर्य ब्रह्म जी सब चली आए हो सूर्य ब्रह्म जी सब चली आए हो
सूर्य ब्रह्म जी सब चले आयो सूर्य ब्रह्म जी सब चले आयो
सूर्य ब्रह्म जी सब चली आए हो सूर्य ब्रह्म जी सब चली आए हो
सूर्य ब्रह्म जी सब चले आयो
सूर्य ब्रह्म जी
सूर्य ब्रह्म जी सब चले आयो
सूर्य ब्रह्म जी सब चली आए हो
जाके चरण कमल शिरनाई सुरन सुखदाई
जाके चरण कमल
जाके चरण कमल शिरनाई सुरन सुखदाई 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 जाके चरण कमल शिरनाई सुरन जाके चरण कमल शिरनाई सुरन सुखदाई Ulara at the bottom. Bridge karata bahar, bridge karata bahar, Shama Radhika dono jana. Bihar, bridge karata bihar, Shama Radhika dono jana.
बिहार ब्रिज करत बिहार श्याम राधिका दोनों जना
Bridge karata bihar, bridge karata bihar, Shama Radhika dono jana.
ब्रिज करत बिहार
कर बाजे काकन कर बाजे गति बाजे सितार श्याम राधिका दोनों जना काकन कर बाजे गति बाजे सितार श्याम राधिको दोनों जना बिहार ब्रिज करत बिहार श्याम राधिका
You can. I'm not used to it.
This thing does need practice. Back home,
Yeah. Sing holy.
you got practice.
Yeah.
You can't go one day and last day.
Sing, Tim. Holy. No, no.
Every year that you job, find them and do practice.
होली करे रघुबीराय वत में
होली केले रघुबीरा
होली के
One
लिए
page. होली केले रघुबीरा अवध में बीरा रामा के हाथे
ढोलक बला सोरे
रामा
रामा के हाथे ढोलक बला सोरे लक्ष्मण हाथे वीरा
अबीरा अवध में होली केले रघुबीरा केले रघुबीरा अवध में होली केले रघुबीरा रामा के हाथे कनक पिचकारी रामा के हाथे कनक पिचकारी लक्ष्मण हाथी अबीरा अवध में होली केले रघुबीरा होली केले रघुबीरा अवध में होली केले रघुबीरा रघुबीरा तुलसीदास हो से प्रेमातुल तुलसीदास हो से मोहि लागन चरण के बीरा अवध में होली केले रघुबीरा होली केले रघुबीरा अवध में केले रघुबीरा से
रंग
बरसे पीके चुनर वाली रंग बरसे
रंग बरसे रंग बरसे भीगे चुनर वाली रंग बरसे ओ रंग बरसे भीगे चुनर वाली रंग बरसे ओ रंग बरसे भीगे चुनर से
ओ बंग